Hi, my name is Celeste Roscoe, and today I'll be talking to you about the article called "For Most College Students, Affirmative Action Was Never Enough," written by Richard Arum and Mitchell Stevens. What are affirmative actions? They're policies aimed at improving opportunities for historically marginalized groups in education, employment, and other areas to counteract discrimination. Focused on affirmative actions related to college/higher education. This topic can be very complex and difficult to navigate, but today I'll be talking to you about what I learned out of this article, as well as what rhetorical choices they decided to use throughout the article. After reading the article, I gathered that his opinion is that the practice of affirmative action mattered to very few minorities who actually attend pristine colleges, as well as how the decision will likely dramatically reduce the racial diversity of incoming classes at high selective institutions. He believes bringing racial equality and equity to American higher education lies in a collective recommitment to the quality of success of more accessible institutions. The article features a graph from 2021 highlighting, quote, how relatively few Black and Hispanic students attend school with an admissions rate of 20% or less. With red being Asian, orange being Black, blue being Hispanic, and green being whites, as you can see, colleges that admit less than 25% have an overwhelmingly number of Asian students. They are the ones who are predominantly going to higher pristine colleges, with a low number of Black, Hispanic, and whites. But on the flip side, you see majority of Black, Hispanic, and white students attending schools with a wide acceptance rate. Like myself and maybe many others at SIUE or in other colleges, they don't pick a school based on pristineness or acceptance rate or maybe the best program for their degree, but because it's close to home. So it used logos to explain that students attend colleges that are closest to their family and not based on whether or not the school is a good academic fit. Also in the article, he includes statistics. Throughout the entirety of the article, he also uses ethos by including the Supreme Court's decision. He also utilizes and highlights the Higher Education Act of 1965, enacted by former President Lyndon B. Johnson, Johnson's attempt on war of poverty, as well as including pulling information from World War II. Other politicians and educators he also features throughout the article. The article also includes pathos by writing such on a sensitive topic, including race, poverty, and higher education, which can be a struggle for many people. Next, the article turns its focus on educators and politicians, as they stepped up to the plate to combat this challenge. As mentioned earlier, he talks about the Higher Education Act of 1965, enacted by former President Lyndon B. Johnson. His attempt was to make college education more affordable, more accessible, and more opportunities for people like me and yourself. In today's age, this bill is about 60 years old, but you're probably wondering, why are we highlighting such an old act? What's the purpose? Well, this purpose is because this bill continues to help college students, like myself included, to this day, with federal grants and loans. So yes, if you received a federal grant or loan, or maybe even certain scholarships, you still reap the benefits of what Lyndon B. Johnson did over 60 years ago. Using these and other strong methods of reasoning, he further develops and sharpens his message. What he's trying to convey to us is coming across more clearly. Shortly before the article ends, it quotes, "These solutions are unquestionably harder than challenging the standard of admissions for a handful of pristine schools. But these are the steps that we needed to take to achieve educational justice." By stating this, it establishes once again what he is trying to convey and tell us in the article, giving his audience a sense of empowerment and what they want to change for a greater good in education.